gang, it's Leucidal, and today we're going to make an emulsion with a really cool emulsifier and ceramides, which are awesome for the skin, a great moisturizer. Let's do it. Ceramides, you've probably heard of ceramides. It's a ceramide complex you can now get from Formula Sample Shop, which is great. It's creamy, bioidentical lipids. Wow, look, you can make bubbles with it. And it's not soapy or anything. It's a multi-lamellar system of vegetable-derived ceramides and cholesterols and bioidentical lipids to your skin, which are great barriers to exterior pollution, and also it helps prevent trans epidermal water loss. This is a great ingredient for a nice moisturizer. Just hydrating for the skin, for dry skin, sensitive skin, and aging skin, you guys, which, you know, that's most of us, isn't it? So I think there's some ceramides that are maybe animal derived, so this one's not. This is a sample of SK Influx. These are like the big parent companies that Formula Sample Shop samples things from. It's a skin identical concentrate of lipids for skin protection and moisturization. Yes, restores the protective barrier of the skin. Ideal for aging and dry skin and sensitive skin. Enhances the delivery and exchange of skin lipids. New version of SK2 Influx, which is non-animal derived ceramides. So it's vegetable derived, awesome. Paraben free as well. I put it in because I wanted a lighter skin feel at the end, but also they say you can put it in the water phase, right? There's gonna be a water phase, oil phase, then you mix them in. But with this one, it does lower the viscosity, so it's gonna be less like cream-like, which I like a lighter feel. See? It's more like serum-y maybe? You know, it's a lighter, it's summer, you know, but you can put it in the water phase, which will decrease the lowering of the viscosity. So it will be thicker. That's what I'm trying to say. I also use broccoli seed oil, which smells like broccoli, but it's good for you. As you can imagine, it's good for your skin. So we're going to use that, but to counter the smell, I use Geranium Hydrosol as a water. And we use a bunch of hyaluronic acid as well to make it like a nice thick feel. Yes. And we're going to preserve it with Leucidal SF Max, also from Formula Sample Shop, as well as Aspen bark, you guys. Pretty high percentages of that. And this cool emulsifier, you barely need any. Like often you need like a percentage depending on how much lipids, how much oil you're going to put in. And this one you only need a tiny amount, like 0.35% up to 2%. Which normally it's a much bigger range, so that's cool. I really like it. It's just very hydrating. We use glycerin also as a humectant. This formula is down in the description, you guys, so you can get your percentages and you can scale up or down. I mean, I've just made 50 milliliters, but you can make more if you want. But it's nice in the fridge because it feels really cool on the skin. It's summertime, refreshing, very hydrating. Applied to moist skin. It's pretty dope. Here's our formula, and this is down the description, the percentages. We're going to put in our Hydrosol, Geranium, Rose Hydrosol, or whatever Hydrosol you want. We're going to mix that around 11% so that we can have a total with the hyaluronic acid of 20. Little beakers. Then I have my hydrated hyaluronic acid from bulk supplements. If you want to know how to hydrate that, let me know. If you don't know, I've had previous videos. We could do another video. Let me know in the comments. Excellent. Easier to work with when it's already hydrated. 10 milliliters. And I have my little magnetic stir spinner because this hot plate is also magnetic, which is very cool. And then we have our glycerin, which is very cheap from Lotion Crafters. It's on Amazon. It's probably at your health food store. We have 0.75 milliliters of that, and Lotion Crafters has these handy little pipettes. Very good. And then I have my other beaker where I'm going to put the oil soluble. Got broccoli seed from Formula Sample Shop, and we're going to put 1 milliliter in the other beaker, and oil heats up pretty quick here, as you'll see. And then our Emulgin, our emulsifier, at just a tiny, teeny 0.13 milligrams. It's so small, it's just 0.5%. Excellent. And I just swirling it around. I really need a stirrer for that. Once it's heated up, we're trying to get them both to around 170. Water is, of course, taking longer than the oil soluble, which shoots up. So I'm going to set that aside because it's so much hotter. We're trying to get both the water and oil soluble to about 170, around there, and getting them both at the same time at that temperature is a little tricky. Let's turn this back up a little higher. It's hot, and look, it's steaming already. Then we're going to make sure that the oil soluble and it cools down, but it'll be hot in like a second. Check the temperature again, and I find that yes, indeed, it is hot very quickly. Always, your oil ingredients will heat up quicker. All right, let's emulsify. Very exciting. Quick shear emulsifying. I'm just going to slow pour our water ingredients in. It gets all milky. Excellent. Look at it. Oh, it's so unctuous. Very good. Get every last bit and stir it up a little bit. It kind of foamed up, which is fine. It settles after a little bit. Then I'm going to take out my little milk frother, and I'm just going to use the magnetic stirrer again. Put it in. Let it cool here for a while, which definitely takes a little bit of time. I want to get every little last bit of my hyaluronic acid and smear that in. Great. So I'm gonna let it cool. It took quite a lot of time. It took like 10 minutes to let it cool down to around 115 to 100. And now I'm going to put in my cool down ingredients. Formula Sample Shop, Leucidal, SF Max, even more potent than Leucidal liquid at 3%, and then our ceramides. Nice creamy liquid, whole 4%, which is 1 milliliter in this case. It's a little tricky to measure, but we got it. But it's even trickier to squeeze it all out of the pipette. So I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to slide my other fingers, and it gets a little messy. See? And now our last ingredient, Aspen bark, 1%, 0.25 grams. And just stirring it up. Stirring it up with our little magnetic spinner, which is very handy. And then I have these awesome pumps, which I also got from Amazon. Take out my little spinner and just pour it in to this awesome Airless pump. I'll link to these also from Amazon in the description. All that you desire in the description, dears. Slide it in, almost perfect amount. I'm going to slide some more in, of course. Then a little cap. Really great little cap. Perfect. It's really nice, very light, but super hydrating, and doesn't smell too much like broccoli. Yeah, gang! So what did you think? Was that fun or what? You don't need a hot plate, even though they're pretty cheap on Amazon. I will link to those equipment as well. There's definitely cheaper versions and on Amazon. Links in the description. You can use Lita10 as a 10% off discount. Also, if you subscribe to Formula Sample Shop's newsletter, they're often giving discounts. So that's neat to play with a little this and that. And if you haven't checked out my skincare line, there's also a link to that. Good Face Stuff, or you can just go to goodfacestuff.com. And if you're into this type of thing, supplements, skincare, anti-aging discussions, facial exercises, and devices, hit subscribe. And if you click the bell button, you'll be notified of when I put up videos on Thursdays or Friday mornings and do lives. We have discussions, skincare discussions on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have fun, you guys. Enjoy your summer. And as always, check out the comments. There's usually great discussions there. I bid you adieu. So guys, hey. So here's the emulsification. And if you're whoa, did it just get really dark? Is it really dark in here? It's a multilamellar system of vegetable derived. If you were wondering. Lipids and cholesterol. Well, how embarrassing. Hey gang, it's Leucidal. And what else does it say? What else does it say?